Have you ever wondered what it means when someone says they have parts but not names? Maybe you've seen people talk online about their systems with lists of names, roles, and ages, but for you or for someone you care about, it's not that clear. There's presence, there's shifts, there's movements inside, but no labels to hold on to. Hi, I'm Sarah, licensed professional counselor in the state of Michigan, and we're going to talk about what that actually means and why having unnamed parts is still completely valid, deeply human, and profoundly important. Okay, have you ever heard someone talk about their dissociative system and wonder how they seem to know every name, every age, and every inner role? But maybe for you or for someone you know, those names just aren't there. There's presence, there's movement, there's change inside, but not always names to go with it. Then you start to question your system or maybe somebody else's. Well, today we're talking about what that really means, that not all dissociative identities have names, and why that doesn't make them any less real, less valid, or less important. So let's talk about what names represent in dissociative identities. In many dissociative systems, some identities carry names. A name can be a way of saying, I exist. It helps organize awareness and communication, but naming is a language skill, not a prerequisite for existence. Some parts are preverbal, sensory, or emotional. They live in the body more than in words. Others were never allowed to express identity safely, so language feels dangerous. A form of recognition. Presence itself is another. Why some parts remain unnamed. There are many reasons a part may not have or want a name. One could be the developmental stage. Some identities formed so early that language hadn't even developed yet. Their communication might be through movement, color, or sensation rather than through speech. Two, safety and protection. Naming can feel like exposure. In systems created under chronic trauma, anonymity can still feel so much safer. And three, functional identity. Some parts exist purely for tasks like driving, working, managing pain. They're known by what they do and not so much who they are. Four, shared or blended awareness. When internal boundaries are more fluid, names feel less distinct because awareness overlaps. Each of these reflects adaptation, not deficiency. Recognizing parts without labels. You don't need names to build communication or care. Try using descriptors instead. The one who gets overwhelmed in crowds. The little who likes drawing. The calm voice that helps us breathe. Over time, some may choose a name, others may never need one. The key is respect, acknowledging presence without forcing definition. Let's talk about the therapist perspective. So, when you're working with those who have dissociative identities, it's important not to equate naming with insight. A client who can identify 20 named parts isn't more aware than one who senses two unnamed states. Therapy should focus on function and safety, not labels. Ask, what does this experience need rather than who are you? Safety grows from recognition, not categorization. Language and healing evolves as safety grows. Sometimes words arrive years into healing, sometimes they never do, and that's okay. What matters most is relationship, the sense that every experience inside belongs to the same human being. Names are optional, connection is essential. So if you're someone whose internal world doesn't have names, please hear this. You're not doing healing all wrong. You're not less organized, less real, or less legitimate. Parts without names are still parts with feelings, memories, and needs. They don't need a title to deserve compassion. If this video helped you understand dissociative identities even just a little more deeply, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who might need this reassurance. And if you recognize these experiences in yourself, consider reaching out to a licensed trauma-informed therapist who understands complex dissociation. You deserve to be known, even if some of your parts don't yet have names, or maybe they never have names. If this video helped you feel seen or helped you understand dissociative experiences with more compassion, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share. It helps more people find trauma-informed education that speaks to their lived experience. And if you're on your own healing journey, remember, naming isn't the same as knowing. You and every part of you deserve understanding, even in the quiet spaces without words. Take gentle care, and I'll see you in the next video.